if you work a 9 to 5 job, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be your career. Would you have an issue with your employer telling you to show up for an 8 a.m. meeting? The meeting takes place outside of typical work hours, and you will not be paid or compensated. What's your stance on this, and what are you doing?
Do I have any other professions or any other things going on in my life?
Nigga, it's your life. You tell me. You work this job, and whatever. I don't know what the fuck you do on the side.
This is me, either the job or a job. Doesn't matter. But
this is your current commitment to 9 to 5. Your employer asks you, yo, we have an 8 o'clock meeting.
You could get fired.
We have an 8 o'clock meeting. You have a problem with your employer?
I'll go to that shit.
You'll show up, no complaints?
Well, especially if I have nothing else going on in my life. Why would I not? Because I've worked corporate jobs. In order to even move up, bro, even if it's optional, they're like, you're not going to get fired, bro. I'm still going to show up. Why? Because those are the men to move up. Those are the men that are going to get paid more.
What if it's not a corporate job? What if it's just fucking
anywhere you work and you're showing more effort, bro, you're going to move up.
So you're going to go for the 8 o'clock
even if it's optional and if
not...
I had nothing else in my life going, yeah, unless I had another profession and I'm like, yo, fuck this job.
Right.
Then yeah, I'm going.
Okay. What about you? What's your stance on this?
It depends on the kind of job.
Okay, well,
it's like this guy said, if it's a job that has room for growth or it's like a sales job, it's like a career, it's a serious thing, I'm gonna show up still because if that's an important job, you're probably building towards something. You're working on a sales pitch or you guys are trying to land a big contract or something. You want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? You want your name on shit. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's a job that you need, but you're not necessarily may not be your career? You're still trying to apply, but
it depends on the importance of the job. If it's just an entry level job,
it's an entry level job,
and I'm just making minimum wage and
making slightly above minimum.
Okay, it doesn't even really matter the wage. If this is if there's no room for growth in this career, if it's literally just a job, if it's just a job, no, you're not getting more hours out of me and not paying me. No, you're gonna pay me for that hour, or you could run all the way up.
So that's your stance. What's your stance?
That's funny stuff.
No, but that's not my. You have to say both though, because if there's a job with room for improvement, then fam, it's valuable to go to the meeting. Because like you said, you're going to show face.
That's
and
how
people
I
will
feel.
take you more serious. And if it's an environment where you are looking to go upwards,
right,
nigga, you better go to the meeting.
Okay.
That's
Which
an
is
opportunity.
definitely describing how the man feel. You know what I'm saying?
Actuality.
Run up, all that. That's what I want to do. But again, if how did I obtain this job? Was it something I went for? You know what I'm saying? Because these matter. Because if you went looking for the job,
matter. If you work at McDonald's, for example, yo, don't go to that meeting.
But if you need the job,
but if you went looking for the job and the job hired you, and this is it's not even to say it's a requirement, but it's it just looks good. If I leave the job in whatever many years, I can get a good recommendation. Then yes, I'll go. Because it's at the same time,
I'm not even doing it for the recommendation. I'm not gonna hold you.
But yo, sometimes it's you need to have something on your sheet to look good, on your resume to look good, and it's you don't even have to do that every time, but it show up one time, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? You might be in good books now. Just that one time you showed up might be, and nobody else did. You're a guy now. You know what I'm saying? So that might be beneficial if you just went for the one time. It's not like you're going every single time, but.
I feel. So the basis of my question is I seen it actually arriving on social media where there's a dude who complained about his employer basically asking him to show up outside of paid work hours. And I guess to this individual it was just a job, but he was fucking completely outrageous. Yo, why would I do this? I have obligations outside of this that take place before and I'm actually obliged to be here. You get what I'm saying? So I guess in this situation, the individual said, well, I go to the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he's not saying that I'm completely unwilling, but he is saying that you guys did not give me enough time, right? I guess they let him know the day prior.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that video? Okay, so this is what I was just wondering what the madam's stance on that. Because I could, listening to the video and watching it, I did see his stance. You're yo, I don't owe you niggas. My contract says this to this. And if all I looked at the job as a job, you know what I mean? That means of fucking showing up, punching in, doing my due diligence. Why the fuck are you guys going to ask for extra time that you're not going to pay me for?
So in response to the video, I agree if the person only views the job as just a job.
Right.
If in his mind, he's like, bro, I signed up to work 9 to 5. That's all the fuck I want to do here. That's all I will do here. Then he's correct. If that person sees more value in a career at this workplace, he should go to the meeting because this is above and beyond your paycheck. This is about your future here. And if you show up to the meeting, it will be really beneficial for you to just practice that type of shit, you know?
So to give you more context, I think this post was actually was from a Gen Z person, so a bit younger than us, right? Like
Right.
10 years younger than us or something like that, right?
Is that what Gen Z is?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think this kid's like 20 years old or something like
Okay.
that, right? So like just to give you a bit more context, that's why he's feeling the way he is. You just seen our answers, and that's a collective because we're around the same generation, right? I don't think a lot of people 10 years younger than us will agree with what we're saying right now. And exactly touching on that, literally, it's the fact is like it's either you're gonna go for that time, and because you talk about job description, right? Job description says you're here from 9 to 5, right?
Yes.
Nowhere in your job description says if you come 9 to 5 for 2 years, you're gonna move up in the career. Okay, so if you actually just want to stick to the job description, stick to that. You'll have the same job. But if you're trying to move up, you're supposed to go above and beyond.
I think it's a
Those are the mans that
personal
go.
opinion.
That's the mans
Personal.
that yeah. And that's why our generation, I feel, and I'm sorry,
Feel
I'm
that.
not trying to talk bad about any generation, but like our generation understands that. I feel like, you know, like if you actually want to do something with your life, you're supposed to go above and beyond.
So do you think that you should be penalized or scrutinized for not showing up as a result of of requesting extracurricular time?
I don't think penalized in any sense. So like you shouldn't be punished, but like when you're applying for that next position and your brethren went to the meeting and you didn't, I think your brethren should be way more like acquainted to.
But
to
again,
that.
cuz look at the whole situation that transpired. He went to social media to say how he felt.
Yeah,
That's a no-no.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
I
even
know.
his
That's a
handling
no-no.
of
No,
this
but you'll get let go
situation-
for that. That should be you're already defaming the
You understand?
the company.
So just that alone
Yeah.
shows like, yo, this is not the job for you.
yeah.
I
Because
think the
if this
video.
is what
But
you're
I think
gonna
a lot
do-
of people go to social media nowadays in times of crisis.
But I
and
don't think
despair.
people our
But
age.
regardless
I think
of that,
I don't,
he's
doesn't
right.
matter. I think a
though.
lot of people go to social media and complain.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter. I don't
but-
think
but
about the
he's still
That's not
right.
always the
though.
right answer though.
Huh?
That just because a lot of people do it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that it's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
No, but what I'm
So
saying is
he's
like,
still
I have
correct.
seen a lot of like I understand that it's like, you know, of this current time, but I do see people of older generations. A lot of people complain on social media. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that
Yeah,
that's
you're
an
right.
age
It's
specific.
not just
thing.
young
I'm
people.
not gonna say it's
It
just
is-
Gen Z.
you're
that
right.
But
It's
complains.
not
I
just
think
young
those are
people.
people who are actually have a certain point in their career and they've been there for years. Not hey,
Not necessarily.
I didn't.
Not to
I don't-
No, people will complain about anything.
People
But,
complain
okay,
online
okay,
all the
but
time.
I-
Any
I
level
haven't
of
seen
problem
that.
will be complained
I haven't
about.
seen it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but to go to social media to say, hey, you guys to make a rant about going to into a work appointment or whatever before work hours is like, yo, you don't have to do that. You can just not go. You
I
don't
think
have to broadcast it because now when you broadcast it, this goes to your employer and it goes to other
But you know
people.
what,
You
what's
don't
what-
look.
But I think it shows how that person values the job. He doesn't value it. He's
I-
looking at it like this is just a source of income for me to pay my bills, nothing more. I don't really care for this company. I'm
So
not
then why go to the
motivated
social media?
to grow here. I'm only gonna give you the hours that we agreed upon, and now you're asking me for more, so he's disappointed. But then him going on social media to express that shows that he really doesn't even respect the place either, because he could have just respectfully not gone to the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
He chose to go and address it and make it
No,
a
I think that
area of
No,
contempt.
I think
you know?
they-
He wants
I think
clout.
that
He wants
He
clout.
wants
That's- yeah,
attention.
he wants clout.
No, but
he
I do-
doesn't want growth in that company.
Yeah.
He
He
wants
wants
attention
GoFundMe
on
at this
social
point.
media.
yeah, yeah.
If he wanted growth in that industry or in that career, he would have brought his ass to the meeting.
Or if he didn't care, he would have just not went. But he
No, but
wanted
yo, I
clout.
also
Exactly,
yo,
or
you
that.
guys- You guys are bringing up caring a lot, and I also like. There is a difference in attitude towards work for now with the generations, aside from anything. And I do think that like a lot of the younger generations, they see these bigger corporations or whatever it may be. I think they just see it as a job, and that's pretty much it. I don't think that people are saying it like this job doesn't care about me. I'm replaceable. Why am I giving you extra of me? You get what I'm saying? It's like a give and exchange, and then basically they do not want to from that perspective, I can understand like why am I giving you extra of my time? You don't care about me. I am replaceable. I am a cog in the wheel, and giving you extra time doesn't benefit me whatsoever. Like especially in the immediacy of now.
Yeah, but
You
I
know what
think
I mean?
when you go and you do stuff on social media, it's just like now
But
who
yet
wants to
the-
hire you?
Pardon me?
Now who wants to hire
Yeah, I
you?
do think the posting on
Yeah,
social
but
media
that's
is
besides
further.
this. Yeah, that wasn't even like people do that shit. That just was besides the point. I was just saying, what's your stance on that attitude towards the employment?
I agree with it. Like I said previously, if you do not feel there's any room for growth in this career, working for this specific place,
Right.
then by all means, defend your right to your schedule. Like you said, I'm working 9 to 5. That's when I work, nothing else. And that's fair because that's what you think your time is worth. My time is worth whatever dollars you give me for my hours, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Right.
That's what I want, nothing more. Then don't go to that fucking meeting. Fuck that meeting.
Right.
You know? But if you want to grow with these people, it's more than a job. That's just how life works. Like
Yeah.
you have to show dedication to the cause. Like this company or this business has an objective. They're trying to sell these products. They're trying to sell this service. Anybody who's going to grow with them would be somebody who's helping them perform those actions. If all you are is just an employee, then that's all you'll ever be. You won't be somebody who grows. You'll be the replaceable guy. So if you want to prove that you're more than replaceable, you go to the meeting and you show your other qualities outside of what they just asked you for. That's just how performance works. Like, even if you were playing sports, like, you think LeBron James got there just by going to practice when the coach told him to practice? That nigga left practice and shot some more basketballs. He's right now a champion, a multiple time champion. And he spends like $1 million a year to train in the off season, because it's not just about the job requirements. It's about what your objective is. And he wants to be the best basketball player.
Right. The thing is, or the argument that I see Gen Z argues a lot is like, yo, you put so much hard work, you put so much of your time into this, and you really, and like, more than often, you don't get what you want back out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the whole premise of this is working and giving so much of these corporations that figuratively don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole hard working for a company mentality, that was almost that was like a program or an initiative sold to people so that these fucking companies would flourish.
Yeah, I think
You know
that's
what I'm
what school teaches you.
Yeah,
Just to work
basically.
hard.
That doesn't work.
Work
for you.
hard and comply.
But you have to understand. So there's also been problems in like, I forget where it was specifically. Fuck, I wish I saved the news article. But like, there's a problem where I think that they wanted to ban sports betting for young people because it was causing too much millionaires in a certain location, and it's fucking up the economy. And enough people are not, like, a lot of the younger generations are choosing not to go to work or not to actually, participate in the current economy that's going on. A lot of people are starting their own businesses, and like, society kind of in the current state wasn't like founded for that. Like, it wasn't structured for that. Right, as much as it is going on, but people are breaking free from, like, I guess, the current conditioning, or seeing, and just like, basically waking up to the idea that this is bullshit and I don't want to buy this model of work that you guys sold us.
I think it's a combination of, like I agree with that. I think some people are just a little bit like lazy,
Like,
because
final
the
sentiments, too.
internet has like made you feel like, yo, you can just get rich quickly, and you don't have to work hard to get money, and like, that's not really correct,
Right.
Like, I think you just need to look at life like, what is my time worth, So if I'm gonna go to this job, is my time worth $20 an hour? If it is, then okay, cool. If I think my time is worth more than $20 an hour, then what else can I get out this company? Like,
Right.
work. What else can I do for them that would make them want to pay me more money? And it might start by going to that fucking meeting. You know?
But like I said, the means to the end is everything in this situation, right?